All right, everyone. We're on January 8, 1943. Here, just wanted to recap. I actually am not sure what's going to happen. See, it's been for you, it's basically going to be no time at all. But for me, it's been 10 days since I've processed and shipped off the turn to my opponent. He's been out of the country anyway. Long and short of it is, he just got me the turn back. And because it's been 10 days, I'm not sure too much on the details what's going to happen. So you'll be as I'll be as surprised as you if whatever happens for the most part. Some of this, as I see it happen, might uh, trigger memory, but um, we're trying to maintain this area outside of Calcutta open because I like to ship supplies to Akyab. It seems like it's better than going slowly up this road from Chittagong. We do get 6 hits in the I-36, although it looks like I wasn't paying that close attention, but I think they were mostly, if not all, from near misses. All right, it's doing a night raid. He hasn't even, hey, we got one with flak. He hasn't even tested our day cap. Um, I don't know what he knows because we are long range capping it, but I'm surprised he's assuming we're long range capping it. Probably not a bad assumption considering we do have, and he's probably aware of all the fighter cover we have in the area. Ooh, something. Oh, that's one of our ships. Man, it's been a while. That's one of our ships trying to get back to Sydney for repairs, I believe. Um, yep, we got the Tassafaronga invasion. I do think I'm attacking that this turn. And it looks like he's doing an amphibious invasion. Well, I mean, it looks like. It's pretty obvious at this point. He was bombing it for a while. Now he's finally ready to come in and take it. I may not have anything there anymore with all his bombings. I was kind of thought it would be cool if our carriers swung by that area and wiped out his invasion force. But it's probably better that I don't because I don't want to give away what I'm doing with the carrier force. My carrier divisions, as I call them. Okay, let's get into the air action and see what's up with that. Okay, it looks like Mole Mine, Pegu, Mandalay. Those may be, I know it's saying a bunch of missions are canceled. That may be recon, though. Not sure. I do have recon all over the place there in Burma. All right, we're sweeping here because I want to I want to bomb this. Uh, are we bombing? See, well, I guess we'll find out. This may be our target of bombing. I have lots of bombers in Burma. Is this where we bomb? Maybe. But that doesn't make sense. I don't. I thought I was at, again, my memory is fuzzy. It seems like my goal was. It seems like my goal was to bomb the troops there um, in the clear hex, not in the rugged hex. Okay, time to cap that, I guess. These Helens coming in. This is rough terrain, so it's going to be hard to do something. But he got us anyway. I mean, he got a couple of decent hits. Alright, here's Sion. We did destroy one Sally, at least, but he gave us a licking there in the base. Yeah, see, we're bombing the troops here, which is fine, but it seems like I was wanting to take advantage. This is a clear hex, guys. Maybe we should have hit that, but man, 10 days feels like that's a long time. And then we got thunderstorms on top of it. Oh, wow. He pulled his fighters off of here. I mean, I've cleared all these bases. So, but no planes on the ground. Maybe he picked them up with ships. Oh, there's a Topsy. I'm surprised he pulled his Air Force out. Because I don't know that I did a lot of damage, but maybe he decided, well, I mean, we've basically got full control over this zone, the Bismarck Sea. Hmm. Ramillies needs to just get into port somewhere. Because that was twice that we got that message of flotation issues. Uh, be nice to encounter some aircraft to shoot down. So after this resolution here, I'm going to walk through, but I'm going to probably be looking at it just as confused as you would. Well, maybe not 100% like that, but oh, clear sky now. But we still don't do any damage to these tanks. Oh, we got a lot of damage here. Now, maybe lose, I hope not, lose some to, what do I want to say? Lose some to ops losses. Let's see. I kind of like dive bombers, but they seem like they're most useful in, I mean, maybe they have their uses against air bases, but it seems like their best use is in against ships because ground troops, I'm just not seeing a lot of, well, they can't pick on them too much. We are bombing jungle. It's possible if it was clear terrain, maybe we'd do better. Be nice. Be nice to hit one of these APDs. Look at that. Out here. I wonder why they'd be here. Maybe they're trying to do a run to Shortlands or something? Alright. Yep. Let's start off with, deliberate attack. Now these guys are gone, but they're hanging on. That's fine. The longer we hold on there, the longer we hold up that unit. Okay. So he's doing a bombardment here, and again, if I remember correctly, it's possible I don't. Yeah, here we are. A deliberate attack. We have this tank battalion is unloading. This one has already unloaded division. We should take this. Let's give it a whirl. Let's go. Hmm. Nope, but we do reduce fortifications. It was 2 to 1 at fort level 3. So it should be even better now. He's got a lot of preparation and fatigue issues, and but the terrain and forts are helping him hold it. Now look at this, 900 casualties. Let's see our losses. Okay, 105. Yeah, that's fine. So let's see how badly like fatigued we are, and maybe we'll go again tomorrow. All right, here's the deliberate attack at Buna. Now this one I did not remember, but we have a bunch of. Oh, now, hey, now it's coming back to me. We got these tanks in 2/4 and 637th TD, and I think it was like, hey, now's a good time to do it. Now these guys may or may not. Oh, we've captured the base. That's right. Now it's just a matter of eliminating the units still parked here. Yeah, it's starting to come back to me. Let's go. All right, 27 to 1. We're having the same issues as he is up in China, where these troops are hanging on for dear life without any way of escape, any hope. Um, we take some damage, 482 casualties. He loses 2162. These guys are fighting very tenaciously, and it shouldn't it shouldn't be much longer with all these casualties, and he may lose some troops to attrition. We'll see. Um, but yeah, terrain. He does have the benefit of terrain, but fatigue and experience are a problem. All right, we're bombarding Tungu. Hmm, self-inflicted damage here. Um, okay, we got in this hex, but he retreated, so we didn't do a shock attack. We're bombarding this and damaging his troops here. I may do an attack there. What I'm going to do here is leave one unit probably to capture it and move everybody else on. Anyway, we'll talk about that. And we're bombarding these two hexes, but I'm probably going to do an attack there. Oh, we are shock attacking. I didn't see troops here. I saw them here, so I assumed they had pulled out. But there's still this temp division still parked here as we shock attack into it. Let's see how we do. We capture it. Okay, good. I don't have to sit here and try to take it. We eliminate this. Okay, so the role play here is this is this is a collaboration division, and we're not. It's like, you know what? Maybe we take some prisoners, but we're not gonna let these guys retreat and escape to fight us another day. So yeah, capture the base and the troops and move on to advance up to Wuchang. We'll oh, look, this is what I was talking about. What was that? Buna, but it moved. That was weird. Why did it go down there? But anyway, it looks like we definitely, man, some nice upgrades. Milne Bay and Port Moresby airfield size 8. Nice. But also, Buna resistance is much lessened. Anyway, we'll talk about this. and hopefully I know what I'm talking about. Okay, some that's you know I'll take. Oh, those air units are just transferring. All right, as I like to do, let's start here. Let's talk about the ops report and mm, having issues at Macon and the Gato. I thought got into port, but anyway, I'll take a look at that. Ramillies, I don't know. Got some repairs completed. Well, let's go page down here. Um, let's see. Anything stand out? Right, again, more temp flotation issues. Yeah, we got a lot of damage on our vengeances, so I'm not surprised these guys. There's one that crashed. Anyway, this is a shame. The landing crash. Um, captured Kyukyang and Magway, Milne Bay, Port Moresby, and Christchurch all have expansions. The 42nd we knew was isolated with no supply. They're just delaying some Japanese troops for now. We got some upgrades at Tarawa, and we repaired the trigger. We're gonna send it back on patrol. A couple of ships. These three are just transfers as we're trying to get back to Colombo. These are patrol planes basically that were on those battleships that sank, I think. And then we'll put them in Colombo and maybe use them on a ship that has no air assets. But yeah, the we got a tanker and a patrol craft. So, all right, let's take a look at our losses. Four ops losses, that's it, but he only lost five total. Not bad for either side. Not a lot of air. I mean, you saw there was very little, if any, air action. Um, if you want to look at these, and we can look at ours. Yeah, I figured we'd lose at least one vengeance, obviously, because of the crash. But we lost two, and then a couple other aircraft. Did we lose any pilots? Well, we did lose one at least, we know, and that's the one from the vengeance. Any ships sank that we need to know about? Um, no, this is 1-5. That's kind of old news at this point. All right. Now we can move around the map. I will say, I'll try to be brief. We've got, you can see these tankers. We've got tankers going here to Pearl Harbor, like one or two. We've got one or two tankers going to Pago Pago, and one or two, and several tankers that are going to Melbourne because we're trying to get as much fuel into Australia since we use that for carrier surface combat groups. I mean, all sorts of ships are doing stuff there, plus amphibious invasions. I'm going to try to talk also. Somebody asked about my sub placements and some information going explaining my strategy for my heavy bombers. So I'll try to cover both of those. First, I'll talk about my subs. See all these patrol routes? I mean, that's what my subs are set up now. Now, you can critique them and feel free to say how terrible they are. But also keep in mind that I have subs that are refitting. Some of our subs are that are returning to port have turned off patrol, so they'll refit. Some subs are currently at port refitting. So there are a few subs that are not going to be on patrol, which means that some of these holes that you might see will be filled with subs when they're back on patrol. So this is not like the comprehensive uh, location of our sub patrols. This is just happens to be what it is right this minute. I'll talk about the bombers shortly, probably when we get into the Port Moresby area, because that's where the heavy bombers really, the Southwest and South Pacific. But let's start by saying I do want to get heavy bombers here someday, but right now the air capacity is too low. And here it's 6, so I could bring them here. I just have to get the aviation support needs to be bumped up to. That's man, I just don't have enough stuff in this area. That's on me. I just need to find some really good base forces and get them in here. This is decent, but this isn't going to be where I park heavy bombers. At least I might start here. But really, I don't need heavy bombers anyway. He doesn't have much defending these islands, but if I were to bring heavy bombers, these are atolls. If I were to bring heavy bombers and just bomb round the clock, these units would be just destroyed. So that's something worth exploring. But let me continue and just say, right now we're just consolidating. I've already talked about that probably at length, and we'll just get another base force or two there, or aviation unit, and try to get some heavy bombers in that theater. But in the South Pacific, here's my goal here. One of the answers to the question, what's my strategy with heavy bombers, as far as placement and target. So what happens is my bombers, see this is 14 hexes from Tulagi. So when I was bombing from Indeni, which I think I still am, I haven't quite built this air base up yet. So at Indeni, Shortlands is 17 hexes away. So that's in the extended range for the B-17Es, but I think it's right at the range for the B-24's normal range. But we could take a quick look. 15, 18 extended, that's the B-17s, the E's, of course. The B-24s, yeah, 17, 21 extended. So if I want to carry a full load of bombs, I'm gonna I'm gonna hit Shortlands with B-24s and probably aim for Munda, something like that, with B-17s. A few months ago, when I was trying to put Shortlands out of commission, I sent B-17s with half a load just because half of something is better than zero. 100 half of something is better than 100% of nothing. So we sent all our heavies to hit this. But if Tulagi was built up and had the aviation support for it, I could move my E's here, B-17Es, and they could hit Rabaul with normal range. See that? Kavieng is in range for the B-24s at normal range. But first, and this is how I do it, other people may find this is kind of absurd and might do the opposite or something else. So, and again, your feedback is fine. You can share. Uh, Keep the B-24s here, bombing as far as, let's say, Shortlands, keeping that suppressed, as well as these bases in between. Then as soon as Tulagi's built up, then I could bomb here or Kavieng with my B-24s. It gives me more options. That's moving northwest. They're actually pulling back out. This APDs that are subs missed. Okay, back to so the same kind of thing with uh, I don't know if it was apparent how much I discussed before in prior videos, but I had B-24s here because they have the longest range, and they could bomb as far as Buna no problem, normal range, and anything up here they could hit. The B-17Es, because they have longer range than the Fs, I had them positioned here. They could easily hit Milne Bay or Port Moresby. Buna as well. Okay, great. So and I think that was on purpose that I left them in Townsville. So they could hit any of these. Now, the B-17Fs I based at Cooktown because they're shorter range, and we can see that. I've moved them since. I've moved all my heavies around since taking these bases here. So B-17Fs are here, and I think E's have been moved here as well. So the E's are here and the F's are here. So it's not like, well, the F's are shorter range, so we'll put them here and the E's will stay in Australia. If I have the capacity, which I do with aviation support as well as base support, then I'll put them here. And that brings me to another thing, but let me finish my thought here with the Fs. So that's the E. The Fs have an even shorter range of 13 normal. So I moved them here first because then I thought if I could still hit Kavieng in normal range, as well as Manus, and suppress all these bases, the E's and the 24s could hit these. And one of the reasons for that too, by the way, is the Fs have better um, gun value. So if I put the Fs here and bomb these while the Es and the B-24s come here, then yeah, that gives me a bigger range. But at the same time, I don't need B-24s to go way out here. Um, Anyway, I'm kind of rambling a bit, but my thought was move the shorter range bombers closer to the front, and the longer range can stay back. For a while until we took Port Moresby, I had the Fs here at Cooktown. And see that? I can get Buna at 11. Technically could get up here into these bases as well at 13. Still, but my main focus were these three bases. Well, now that I've taken them and I've built them up, this one is where my Fs and the Es are. The B-24s, I think, are here. And yeah, so the B-24s I would love to move into here as well. I just have to build this base up, and that brings me to the other thing I was going to say. See this base administration? I'm still not 100% I understand the calculation for this because I don't know why it says 10 here. I understand, well, my understanding is 17 is the air base level, which is air capacity of 8 plus a modifier based on your HQs. Like if you have an HQ error that shares the same HQ as this, which is Southwest Pacific. Anyway, whatever it is, it gives me this 17. What I don't understand is where this 10 comes from, because sometimes what I've seen is it's the number of aircraft with a mission, the number of not aircraft, but the number of squadrons. But I haven't seen this number always match the number of squadrons on task. Training for air units, I've noticed, are not counted in this number always. But some air bases, then this number does not match the number that have a mission. Uh, anyway, I just go with it and I try to keep this number at or below this number because I don't know the penalty, but I have noticed from personal experience if this number that is 10 here is bigger than this number that is 17, I've noticed that's my personal experience. This is anecdotal only. I've noticed that I have a hard time with my air units actually flying. Like sometimes I just don't even, they don't do their mission. And then this second thing, aircraft stack level, 294 of 400. Now that's a multiplier based on number of engines, etc. The heavier the more engines, like these four-engine aircraft, as the higher the multiplier here. So if I brought in the B-24s, this may shoot above 400 very quickly. So I'll keep the B-24s based at Portland Roads. When we establish better our base at Buna, and move some fighters and smaller, like two-engine bombers there, then I'm gonna probably bring the B-24s and also maybe even move the B-17Fs here because this has air capacity 6. The Fs will fit here just fine, and they can reach all the way up here to Hollandia. That's just nuts for me to think about. But you can see this is probably where he flew all of his fighters or aircraft out of Manus into Hollandia. Anyway, that'll be our next target. And um, we can probably get our P-38Fs. Well, I have Gs here. Yeah. They have an extended 13 is their okay. So I can move them to Buna and have them sweep here. Then that'll basically make any of these bases in the South and Southwest Pacific are basically untenable for the Japanese. And at that point, we can take them whenever we want, really. Well, provided we cap whatever we transport up here, amphibious assault, because still KB can jump in and hit whatever ships we have. So we don't want to be too aggressive. So yeah, that's kind of my thought on how I use the heavy bombers. And then as far as like missions, I try to suppress these air bases ASAP, knock them out of commission, hit the ports whenever we can if there's a reason to. But mainly, look, I mean, like it looks like maybe there's a reason to here. Occasionally, pardon me, hit the ground, but the ground attacks are only for when I'm gonna do a ground attack as well. I mean with troops, but air base, keep the air bases suppressed, and then once they're suppressed, maybe beat up the ports a bit, especially if there's ships parked there. Okay. And as far as, by the way, strategy here, and I should probably just click and move quicker so that you don't have to. Oops, I went too far. So you don't have to watch me move the map very slowly. Buna, the goal here is to see if we can basically attack again, which I think we're okay to do that, right? Um, so they're still set to deliberate. I'm gonna leave it. I may not. I may bomb. I may not. We'll see. But the goal here, we've cleared this out. We're just clear this out. We're sending ground troops to hit this, and be nice to take this little base. We've got this battalion heading there, and another battalion to back it up. Tessafaronga is under siege, and I think we can check out our. I think we can attack again. We'll see. We'll let it go, but I'll look at it again if I may revisit that before I send the turn. All right, up here at Burma, this is where we have that quagmire, and I really don't have a solution for it, but I keep throwing more and more and more and more and more troops into the fray, hoping to solve it that way. I'm not saying that's the best solution. I'm just saying that's what I'm doing at this point in the campaign. Speaking of more troops, I got an armored brigade that's gonna drive up and around and probably come into here to help clear this hex. As well as maybe, yeah, but this battalion is more for like to either open a hex side or something in where we need it here. All right. But otherwise, need to get. I'll show you this situation. 74. Ooh, that's not good. You can see it's only 41 major. So if we can get some people to look at this flood damage and not get like um stuck in the compartments trapped, we might be able to get it back. Man, I just let's save this thing, guys. We took this base. These supplies. We're having issues with supplies. It is what it is. But they seem to be doing okay without the proper supplies. I do need more. But because he retreated, he's probably saved these units. But we'll just overrun them on the way to Wuchang. I think I may do an attack in each of these hexes, kind of test the waters, so to speak. We'll see, but um, but we're working our way around. We certainly look. No, the road here is cut off. The road here is cut off. So now he only has one place supplies come in. And this is of course the best place for supplies to come in because the rail. But if we can get up here quickly enough before he pulls all these troops back, but we'll keep following him so that we'll have like plenty of assault value in this hex to try to knock him back out, and then we'll have this whole area secured, I think. And again, I will have to leave a garrison here, but just a small little token force. I may be able to leave one of these, like this, one of these small Chinese corps. Maybe I'll just rebuild this unit and stop doing replacements and just park this guy here. Um, and leave him for the rest, maybe even for the rest of the game. But yeah, he's 132 assault value. I need 100 for this by itself, so man, that's tough. No, 83. No, 83. Sorry. So this is perfect. Actually, this is a perfect. Okay, now I'm reading it right. The 132 is supplies. 83 assault value. We'll park this here and not keep building it up. This will be the garrison for Kukiang, and then we'll need something big for this anyway. So let's keep going up this road. Let's see what we can do. These troops are going to move too slow, so we'll trap them. These troops can move up this road, so we probably will not be able to trap them. They will probably beat us here. But they will be in combat mode for some of it because they don't want to be attacked in move mode in this hex. And I've been showing them I'm willing to attack any given moment. So I think he's going to be careful moving out of here. All right, let's see what we can do. I have talked way too much, but I hope it was informational. Sorry. I was showing you subs earlier, but I didn't cover all the bases. So, and again, keep in mind, these are not all my subs, but I do have, I can't put as many up here as I want to because of the range issue. But again, not all subs are on patrol right now. But I've been getting some hits up here, as you'll know if you've been watching. I've got subs patrolling here, which I think may be fruitful with him trying to get stuff into truck and the marshals. I got one here, hopefully catching him moving stuff back and forth up here, considering he has built this up. Well, I thought he did. Huh. Okay. Maybe this will be fruitless. We'll see. Um, I haven't necessarily seen any hits up here, so maybe it's something I'll have to reconsider. But working our way down South Japan, we got a lot of stuff. Stuff around the Bonin Islands, stuff around Okinawa. Well, I say stuff, subs. We got subs patrolling um, between Japan and China, although he could easily get around us here if he knows where we are. Right now, my sub isn't even up here. It probably is on its way back for refueling, or it's on its way here after refueling. Then we got this guy who hasn't been spotted, covering Okinawa. We've gotten some good hits here, or we have had in the past. Um, Here, not so much. Well, in recent memory. This has been a hot place for sinking cargo ships. I really like this gap here between Taiwan and um, or Formosa and Luzon. And then this we've had good hits here, south of Vietnam. Not, I don't know that we've done a lot here. Okay, so we mixed results in this from here, also down here in the Celebes Sea. Some hits down here, not really anything by Babel, and I think he's been having a hard time getting stuff in and out of here though, in and out of Manus, and we have had some good hits by Rabal, and I think Kavieng as well. And then around here, I'm basically patrolling to keep him to protect in case he brings amphibious attacks down here, but I haven't seen anything in a long time, so we haven't really gotten anywhere with that. And then this patrol is really supposed to go from Batavia to Surabaya, but he is not. He is not. Either he's dropping stuff off while we're not there, or he's just not moving a lot of stuff in this area. It could be my patrol is terrible there, but I'm kind of trying to be picky and choosy where I put stuff. For example, I do like patrolling here, but I haven't had a lot of hits here as well, or I've been hit myself. Speaking of hits, and then I have a sub that didn't he invade Christmas Island? Or is that my imagination? But look at this. He's patrolling here, and he didn't do anything. He didn't. He didn't try to stop it. But um, maybe my settings are off. Well, I do max react 1. All right. That just wanted to show you that. And then I've got a sub here watching this gap. And then we got well, this guy I think is going back. No, nope, no, this guy is bringing supplies. It's just a tiny amount, but some supplies better than none, I would imagine. We've got 2 subs going back and forth here, trying to keep stuff coming up this row, up here, but also to block stuff coming into hit Rangoon. I don't. But anyway, these patrols here are ASW. All right, I've again taken up a lot of your time, but thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time when we discuss January 9 turn resolution. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.